are you ready to go? And they're like, oh, are you flying us? I'm like, yeah, I'm your pilot today. Hi, my name is Mia, and I am a Greenlandic Inuk from Nuuk, Greenland, and I'm 24 years old. I'm the CEO and a pilot of Air Safari Greenland. And this is Women Beyond Borders from Euronews Travel. So I actually told myself that I wouldn't fly because both my parents fly, and it's been in my family forever. So I always said that there must be something else out there for me. But it's a natural part of me and my family, and being a pilot now is probably one of the best decisions I made, even though I didn't put that in my own cards as a beginning. But absolutely loved my decision. It's so amazing to like on a daily basis have a job where you share experiences that are adventurous, that are new and exciting to people. So that's probably the best part of my job, being able to share this and, seeing all the happy faces, happy tears, and, that's really special to me. Air Safari is a family-owned Greenlandic business, so we started up in 2011. My dad, he's Danish, and he started flying here in Greenland, I think it's about 34 years ago. And then my mom, she's Inuk. She's from Greenland, and she became a commercial pilot when I was 7. My personal experience of being a female pilot, I've seen my mom being it all my life, and we have a lot of female pilots as well, so it's been normal to me. My mom, she was the first wave of women to go abroad and then come back in order to come and work with whatever profession you have. The ones that are around her age and the ones that did it with her, they definitely took the first punches, so that's probably why my generation isn't as affected as hers. I have more freedom to choose whatever I want to do, and it hasn't really been anything that I thought that I wouldn't be able to do because I'm a girl or a woman. I've never had that experience, but seeing people's reactions now to whenever I say, yeah, I'm your pilot, and it's like they just expect me to be the one introducing the experience, and then the pilot will come and take over. But and then I'm like, yeah, are you ready to go? And they're like, oh, are you flying us? I'm like, yeah, I'm your pilot today. And, of course, I get some surprised faces. Not all people around the world are used to seeing women in these roles. And I think that's also why it's so important to kind of keep sharing this. It's because of the social construct from wherever you are, because it's not a biological construct. I'm just as skilled in being a pilot as my male colleagues. So the whole idea of this is something that's created by society and not by your own biological skills. I've grown up with the thought of, okay, you can be whatever you do, but if you're the first one to do it, like they were, make sure you're not the last one. So now it's our turn to do the same. And we have a cooperation with the Red Cross in Ilulissat. And here in Gangslussor, we are now making a deal with the local school in order to fly the kids whenever we have a free seat, so that they get to see their surroundings and what's in their backyard. So that's a big project of ours. So regardless of where we're flying, usually what people want to see is the Arctic surroundings. The most amazing places I've flown over, I've had a few. I think I've had one of my favorite flights in every city. I remember clearly where I had a flight here in Gangslussor, where I am now, earlier this season, where the sun had just hit just right, and the guests on board were beyond happy, and so was I. So the whole experience was just so incredible, and our country looked beautiful, and it was just amazing to share that. And in Ilulissat, I recently had a flight with a woman where, we were flying up around the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Ilulissat Ice Fjord, and it was just so incredible for her to experience as well. And even though I've seen it many times, it's a spectacular view, regardless of how many times you've seen it. But it was, of course, her first time, and she started, crying these happy tears. And because she was, crying happy tears, I started crying happy tears, and we just looked at each other and laughed and nodded and gave each other a smile, and that was really special as well. Of course, climate change and The melting of the Greenlandic ice sheet is something that's very much our everyday lives. And we also experience it ourselves at Air Safari. We know that, okay, this is happening right here. It's happening in our backyard. We're flying above it. We have this responsibility to also take part in help compensating for what we're doing, because we're literally seeing it. The flights that we take our guests on, local or not, we bring them along, and actually in a few of the cities it does take quite a long time for us to get to the glacier front itself, and you won't be able to go there normally by boat or by anything. You would have to go by air. So that's also one reason why it makes sense for us to also go and show this, because it's not something that is accessible to anybody, not even the locals. Like, I hadn't seen the glacier like I'd seen it with Air Safari just now, and I've grown up in the country, so it's still something that is happening in our backyard, but we have a very big backyard. I'd say I've definitely flown with some locals that are very surprised by the size of it, because for the few that have gone before, many years ago, 30 years ago, for them to come and see it again with us, some are really surprised and kind of overwhelmed by how much it's changed. I think it kind of gives them this, it's real, it is happening, and okay, it is something that we should think about. So in that sense, it could have some kind of positive effect on how people think. And I think the mindset is the strongest tool for everybody, for all companies or persons, individuals. It's the mindset about, okay, what's happening and what should we do about it? That's going to help make the big impact on how we are going to handle this.